Welcome back to Breakfast Television. If you are a parent of more than one child, like I am, inevitably you will hear, "That's not fair." Every day I hear this. Our parenting expert, Gail Bell, is here now with how to navigate this perceived unfairness between siblings. Good morning to you, Gail.
Hello.
I do hear this every day, so clearly something's not right.
Well, I think, life is rarely fair or equal, but it is good, so that could be your line. Life is good, but it's never
fair.
Well, sometimes it is, but rarely.
Okay.
And that is a real life lesson that the parents have an opportunity to teach in the home. Now, if someone says, "That's not fair," and you respond, "Life's not fair and equal," in the moment, maybe not so good.
Right.
But that's a time to connect quietly and say, "You're feeling this way, and it's just a feeling."
Right.
And I'm sure your brother or sister have felt that way in other situations. So you need to, and have that talk about, you're going to be left out of a party, whether you're a child or a teenager or an adult.
Right.
And you might have feelings of, "Oh man, what did I do wrong? I'm left out." And that's just some time for, exploring yourself. Have you been a lousy friend, or the parents said they could only have 2 friends? So the more we talk about this with our families and our children, it's real life. It's also a huge parenting opportunity to deal with.
Okay.
So when your sister's sick, you need to know, I'm going to be spending more time with them.
Right. Okay. You were also saying it's not something you want to deal with in the heat of the moment.
No.
You're making supper and someone's yelling, "It's not fair, I don't want to set the table."
Yeah.
This is not a good time to address this.
You can acknowledge their feelings. Always acknowledge their feelings. It sounds like you're feeling left out. Sounds like you're feeling disappointed. We can talk about that later if you'd like.
Right. Okay. But what you want to do as parents is make sure everybody's on the same page and have that conversation outside of that. So that's part of that weekly sort of family meeting. Is that what you're saying?
Bingo.
Yay.
You're my girl. Yes. And it is, different things come up at different ages and stages. And if this is a reoccurring theme in your home, you guys, we have to talk about this. Yes, I'm going out and buying Sarah rubber boots because she needs rain boots. You do not need rain boots.
Yes.
So we often, okay, fine, we'll just get them for you as well. So we're not teaching our kids about reducing. I think this generation's great about recycling. I don't think they're great about reducing. The average child, I love saying this, has 41 stuffies.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so reduce. You're teaching them. You're teaching them delayed gratification. I mean, if it's something they need, we go and get it for you. If you need a winter coat, you get a winter coat. If you want your 3rd Nerf gun, put it on your birthday list. You're teaching them, or earn money to get that yourself. We're teaching them. If we're not doing that and just, "Fine, I'll get it for you," we're not helping them learn about real life.
Right, because real life is often, as you say, unfair.
Well, a colleague may get a promotion and you may not. A colleague may get a raise and you may not. What are they, if they've learned that they always get what everyone else gets, might not turn out so well as adults.
That's not real life. Interesting.
It's not real life.
What does the conversation look like when you actually sit down with the family and say, for example, if we use chores as an example, what does that look like when you've got the 2 kids? And do they have to have the same list of chores, or what does that look like?
That's a fantastic question, and it's going to be a little bit different in every home. We know the value of children having chores.
Right.
So don't say, "Oh, it's just too much hassle." That's you're not parenting well.
Right, if that's the case.
I'm sure, around that one issue, because there's so much they learn. And start small.
Right.
Set them up for success, and then they can slip. And don't just do it for them. Come back and say no, and set up logical and natural consequences. They can switch chores every week. You can say, "You know what, I'm sorry, you're 13, you have 3 because you're capable, and you also have these privileges. You get to go somewhere on your own. Your 10-year-old sister doesn't."
Right, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, but not in the moment, because then it just sounds like nagging and lecturing.
Okay, planning and communication.
And they don't have to love everything either.
Right, it just comes back to that, doesn't it? Always planning and communication. Gail, thank you so much for this great advice as always.
Bet.
We're going for a break here on BT. When we come back, more news, weather, and traffic. Stay with us.